My birthday's gone, but it's still January. Let's make a birthday celebration cupcake from scratch. Hey guys, welcome to another video with Lock with Leilani. Who is Lock with Leilani? That is me. Thank you guys for joining me on another video. Today I won't be doing a shopping haul, but I will be doing a birthday cupcake. So what I'm going to be using for the birthday cupcake, I'm not going to make the video real long, but I'm just going to kind of show you guys some pieces of me doing it. You already know, I was going to say you guys already know. You already know this is the Pillsbury Funfetti Premium Cake and Cupcake Mix with candy bits. I'm going to be using that one, and then I'm going to be using Betty Crocker's rainbow chip frosting. But with the rainbow chip frosting, I'm actually going to dye the frosting a different color. It'll be the first time I've ever done that to the rainbow chip. Rainbow chip frosting is one of my favorite ones with the French vanilla Betty Crocker cake. Here lately, I have not been able to find French vanilla in the grocery store. Vanilla Betty Crocker cake mix, yes, but not the French vanilla. I don't think every store had it, but I know my Albertsons grocery store here in SoCal, Southern California, had it. But here lately, I have not been able to find it. So maybe it's something that they pulled off the shelves. I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't selling a lot, but French vanilla was my favorite to pair with the rainbow chip frosting. So I'm going to be using Betty Crocker. I do often mix Betty Crocker and Pillsbury. It's totally fine. I have some piping bags over here to the right here. It says Celebrate It, and it's a decorating bags. I bought a larger pack of those. I will be taking the rainbow chip, out of the actual container, and I'll be whipping it up, and then I'll be putting it into a piping bag. I'm gonna do something a little different this time. I'm gonna use less of the frosting in the piping bag, and I'm not gonna use a piping bag rubber band. I'm gonna try to just like hold the piping bag and not actually do that. So I'm gonna try to show you guys that too when I do it, because I usually use a rubber band on the tip. I'm gonna try to put a little less frosting in there, and then if I need to, like, you know, refill it or add some more to it, then I'll do that. But I want to try to do something different. I'm gonna add a little bit of pure vanilla extract to my mix. I usually add a little vanilla, a little almond together into my cupcake mix. That's my secret. But other times I'll do different things with frosting and stuff like that, different flavors and stuff like that. But today I'm just gonna do a little bit of pure vanilla extract to that one. My original thought was to use the Celebrated brand cupcake liner, and this is actually what I'm gonna go with. I found these at the grocery store, and I was like, these are kind of birthday, they say yay on the bottom, right? Like party or whatever, but I'm not gonna use these. I'm actually gonna use these. These are my first option and intention. So I'm gonna use these with the dots, and then I have these cute little hat toppers here. And then you guys know I have the little 6-pack containers, like if you were to sell cupcakes, bake cupcakes for others, put them inside the little containers. I will be decorating the cupcakes once they're done right inside of the 6-pack container. So you guys will see me do a few things. I'm gonna actually put together the mix for the cupcakes. I'm gonna put together the mix for the frosting. You guys will see a little bit of that. I'm gonna take the cupcakes out, let them cool, and then I'm going to start to decorate them. Put some frosting on top of them. I'm gonna be using this piping tip. I need to play around with piping tips a little bit more. I feel like I don't really get to see the actual design of a piping tip. So I need to kind of play around and kind of work on my technique of seeing what the design is supposed to look like. This is supposed to be a star decorating tip, and this one is number 1M. So that's what this one is. A lot of times you don't always see what the size is on there. This one you can see it on here, that's a 1M. But I wouldn't remember that it's a star tip. I'm not really good at that kind of stuff. But on that note, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna pull out my cupcake pan. I'm gonna pull out a bowl so I can whip the frosting. I'm gonna pull out a larger bowl so I can actually mix up the cake. This cake mix expires May of 2026, which is next year. And this one requires 3 whole eggs and a half a cup of oil and 1 cup of water. So I'm actually gonna do a half a cup. So first of all, let's start with the first direction. So the whole egg recipe or egg white recipe is what you can do. I'm gonna do the whole egg recipe, which is 1 cup of water. So I'm gonna be doing 1 cup of milk. I always substitute for the richer, more homemade flavor tasting when I do my baking. So I'll do 1 cup of milk, and then instead of half a cup of oil, I'm gonna do half a stick of butter, which I believe is 1 whole stick. I believe a half a stick of butter, I think, is 1 full half a cup of oil is equal to a half a stick of butter. I think a half a stick of butter will be that whole thing. It's like a half a cup. and then 3 whole eggs. So I'm gonna pull all that stuff out. I'm gonna get to mixing up my mix, and then I'll be grabbing everything, and you guys will be right here to see me put these cupcakes together. So if you guys are subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for being here. If you guys are visiting for the first time, or this is your second time and you have not subscribed yet, I would love for you guys to be a part of the Lock with Leilani family. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite frosting is and cupcake combination. Do you like chocolate cupcake with strawberry frosting? Do you like a vanilla frosting, vanilla cupcake? What is your favorite combination for cupcakes? Do you prefer a box cupcake or a homemade cupcake or a cupcake from a bakery? Let me know down in the comments what your answer is, and let's jump in. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, make sure your notifications are on as well, so when I do share another video, you don't miss it. And I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually start whipping up the frosting here. So I just have my Rae Dunn. This is just the Rae Dunn baking mixer. And also I want to tell you guys at the beginning of the video, I said from scratch. I'm not baking from scratch, but I'm gonna be, you know, basically baking the cake and everything is from the box, but not from scratch. So I did say at the beginning of the video, and I didn't mean to say that because I do bake from scratch from time to time, other times I don't. So you guys are gonna see this stiff frosting like this that came out of the actual jar to it being whipped. So now we're just gonna pulse it very slowly. Just very slowly all the way through. You guys can see that. I'm just pulsing through. And I'm gonna get it nice and smooth. I do have to hold on to it as I do it because it will fly out of my hands. And I have to make sure that I keep it right in the center. It does have the rainbow chips in it, so the rainbow chips will kind of fly a little bit. Might get a couple rogue chips, not very many though. So that is pretty much that. I'm just gonna kind of get it beat just a little bit, not too much. So that is pretty much where I want that to be. So now I'm just going to sit this right here. I'll let it kind of drip back into the actual mixing bowl, and I'll show you guys. I know you guys can't see it right now. I will show you guys how it looks. And then I like to just kind of like get started on stuff, and then I like to come back and, you know, rinse things off and kind of get stuff prepped so I don't have a big cleanup. When I'm done, I can just decorate my cupcakes, put them to the side, take some pictures of them, eat them, whatever. That's another thing I don't do, guys. When I actually make cupcakes, I take pictures of my cupcakes, yes, but I should create an album on my phone of my cupcakes because I've made so many and they come out so nice, and I definitely want to share those, you know, with an album. I should have an album of my stuff. So this is how it looks. So I'm just gonna take this. It's gonna be a little bit on the thicker side because it has the rainbow chips in there, but once I stir it up, it will get like more of a whipped kind of creamier texture because it was whipped compared to how it looked just straight from the jar. So you guys will be able to see how that looks. So that's how that looks. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these off, and I'm actually gonna wash these, and then I'll be able to put the mixer back. Oh my goodness, I think I had some frosting on the actual plug. But yeah, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna wipe this down as well. And we're just waiting on the cupcakes to bake up in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse these, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm actually gonna dye this frosting. I'm thinking about doing 2 tones. I haven't really necessarily done that too much. I'm thinking about doing kind of like a minty green kind of color in the middle, kind of like my Bridgerton birthday cake, which was so amazing. I'm thinking about doing something like that, and then taking another portion of it and then doing like kind of like a yellow around it on the outside of the frosting, and then put the little circus hat in the center, birthday hat, circus hat, however you want to look at it. Because I guess it could be viewed, I said circus hat. I meant to say birthday hat, but it kind of reminds me of like a fun celebratory. It could be for like a circus birthday party. I guess these little cupcake picks could be for like a circus birthday party. If you have a circus themed birthday party, and then you could add some little animals to it. Or if it's just for a birthday party. So I want to do kind of like a yellow, I don't know if I want to do yellow around it, or maybe a little yellow on the top, and then stick the pick in there, kind of like how these little bulbs are on the top, the little pom-poms. So we'll see. So we'll kind of think of some ideas. Maybe we'll do 2 different things, do 3 one way and 3 the other way. So we'll see. But let's go ahead and get these rinsed off, and then we'll come back and separate some of this. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this out and put it in there for the yellow, because I only need a little bit for the yellow, because it's going to be kind of like either a border around the cupcake with the frosting, or maybe on top like a little pom-pom, like a little dot. We will see, but I will return once I rinse these off really quick. Okay guys, so I have both of my frostings ready. I was gonna go with like a soft blue, but I decided to do like kind of like a pastel green color. So this is the color that I went with. So I just kind of have this laying here. I'm gonna try something different today and try to actually pipe my frosting onto my cupcakes with just like folds in the bag. I was looking at a couple like British baking, ladies online, and they just kind of fold their bag down and kind of decorate like that. I'm gonna try that. I guess that's like a professional way to do it, quote unquote. We'll try it. And then I decided to do a little bit of yellow on the side so I can do like a little border or some sort. So we're gonna go ahead and set this to the side. Hopefully it doesn't, get messed up or come out weird, because it's not very warm in the house, but I did take the cupcakes out of the oven. So they are cooling. They're gonna take probably another 10 or 15 minutes to cool, but I just took them out of the oven. I always do 6 for my baking, as far as like any type of like, baking that I'm doing. Like today I want to do kind of like a celebration cupcake, because that's what I wanted to do. I had plans to do that this month, so I decided to do that. I do have some of the favorite day sprinkles. I've had these now for probably about 2 years. Let's see if they have an expiration date. Yeah, I don't see, let's see. It's so tricky with sprinkles because you just never know like how good they are. I figure you could keep them for about a year or 2, I'm guessing. I have a bunch of the cute ones from Walmart, the ones that come with the cute little tops and stuff. Those are good for about 2 years. So I'm assuming these are probably good for about 2 years. I think I've had them about that long. And it's crazy because it does not have an expiration date on there. So I always say taste them. If they still have a crunch to them, especially if they had a crunch. These didn't have a major crunch when I bought them, so I don't really know if they're still good or not. It still tastes fine. But I don't see a date on them. I do not see a date on them. Sometimes it's in ink across the side or something, but I don't see a date on the packaging, which is kind of tricky, but I don't even know if I'm going to use these or not. But definitely the colorful sprinkles are perfect for like Sundays and things like that. And if you want to put them on like a celebration cupcake of whatever sort, you could totally do that. The other thing I have that I'm going to put on top, of course, are the little hats, but I'll be putting those on after everything is done. And on that note, let's go ahead and let those cupcakes cool off. I'm going to transfer them to the pan and decorate them in there once they cool off. So stay tuned for that. Oh yeah, I was telling you guys, I usually make 8 cupcakes on total. If I'm making them for my family, if I'm just baking, playing around, practicing, I just like to bake. It's like comforting and relaxing to me. Sometimes I'm baking for special occasions, holidays, things like that, of course, right? But I usually make 8 cupcakes. I usually do 6 that I decorate, because 6 actually fit in the little pan that I showed you guys. And they have the dozen size pans as well, but I get these on Amazon, and these look really professional. So even when I bake my cupcakes and I want to just keep them fresh on my counter, I just put them on the counter like this, and then my family can open them up and take them out. It's pretty much like the container that you would get at a grocery store. When you actually go to the bakery and buy cupcakes, they come in this, right? So you can buy these on Amazon. So that's why I have these, but I will just go directly to that. I'll put my cupcakes directly in there and then frost my cupcakes in there and then kind of go from there. But that's pretty much it, guys. So stay tuned for the decorating of the cupcakes. Okay, guys, so here we are with the actual cupcakes. I want to share with you guys on camera how I'm going to actually decorate the cupcakes, but then I kind of want to start decorating them. I really don't know how I want to decorate them yet. So I'm probably going to get started on them, and then I'll probably have to come back and show you guys what I'm doing, or maybe do one with you guys. But I want to kind of play around with it a little bit to kind of see what I want to do. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so this is how the cupcakes are looking. I think I did really good on these. I did kind of a different kind of design. Just kind of play around with the tip a little bit. So now I'm actually gonna add the little hats. Okay guys, so now we're gonna add the little hats to them. So I think I just need to push the hats like that. I'm not gonna push them all the way down into the actual cupcake. I want them to kind of almost touch the cupcake, you know, like almost touch the frosting, but not 100%. So I'm gonna take those and just kind of put those down in there like that. Make sure I have it turned this way. There is a front and a back on the actual cupcake, the little picks. So I'm gonna try to get those in the correct way. And that is it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.